Right behind Kesari's horse, following on foot, was the so-called Rasad Guard, the foraging party. Behind them were the camp followers, inaccurately named since they actually marched ahead of the troops and far exceeded them in number, there being more than 2,000 of them to a mere 600 sepoys. The caravan was like a moving city, a long train of ox-drawn bailis carrying people of all sorts, pundits and milkwomen, shopkeepers and Banjara grain sellers, even a troop of bazaar girls, and then a platoon of scythe-bearing ghas-cutters. To them would fall the task of providing fodder for the hundreds of animals that marched with the column. Behind them came those who would prepare the campsite, tent-pitching khalasis, flag-bearing thagniwalas, coolies with cooking kits, dandiya porters with poles slung over their shoulders, and of course cleaners and sweepers, mehtars and bangi bardas. Next was the battalion's laundry contingent, a large group of dhobis and dhobins, with a string of donkeys laden with bundles of washing. Animals too there were aplenty, noisy flocks of sheep, goats and bullocks, and elephants and camels as well, carrying the officers' baggage and the furniture for their mess, the tables and chairs tied on with their legs in the air, wriggling and shaking like upended beetles. Then came Pagla Baba, the battalion's mendicant and mascot. Thin and tall, his joints were huge and gnarled, and his skin was smeared from head to toe with ash, as was his matted hair, which he wore on his head in a thick turban of coils. At the insistence of the battalion's English officers, he would sometimes wear a band of cloth around his waist, but when out of their sight, he usually tucked it in so that it covered nothing. The ash was his clothing, he liked to say, and his genitals and pubes were daubed even more liberally with it than the rest of his body. The English officers hated Pagla Baba, and not just because he liked to bring the blush to their cheeks by flaunting his impressive manhood. They never tired of pointing out to the sepoys that every Paltan had its contingent of regimental pundits and Maulvis to serve their religious needs. These functionaries were army employees, just like the Anglican chaplains who ministered to the officers. To the officers it was baffling that with so many respectable men of religion to turn to, the sepoys should resort instead to a naked badmash who didn't even take the trouble to wear a languti and went around with his artillery preceding him as if to deliver a barrage. One part of the caravan was reserved for the camp-following gentry, the Brahmin Pandits, the Munshi, the Bazar Chaudhry with his account books, the Kayas Dubash who interpreted for the officers, and the Baniya Modi, who was the Paltan's banker and moneymonger, responsible for advancing loans to the sepoys and for arranging remittances to their families. There was even a traveling temple trundling along atop a cart. After that came the jail party with its contingent of captured enemy soldiers, and then the mess train with its cartload of supplies for the officers' kitchen, crates of tins and bottled food, barrels of beer, demijohns of wine, and hogsheads of whiskey. This was closely followed by the hospital establishment, with its long line of canvas-covered hackeries carrying the sick and wounded. And then the battalion's drummers and fifers, most of whom were Christian Eurasians, and had entered the ranks through orphanages and poorhouses. Some of them were as young as 11 and 12. Only after all of this had passed would a rhythmic drumbeat make itself heard, and a cloud of dust appear. The ground would reverberate in time with the beat, as the first rank of sepoys came into view, 10 abreast, at the head of a long winding river of dark topis and flashing bayonets. The sight would send the villagers scurrying for cover. They would watch from the shelter of trees and bushes while the sepoys marched by, piped along by fifers and drummers. Few were the tamashas that could compare with the spectacle of the Bengal native infantry on the march. Every member of the Paltan was aware of this. Dandiyawalas, Nach girls, Bangi bardas, Saisas, mess consumers, Deriwalas, Gishtis, but none more so than Havildar Kesari Singh, whose face served as the battalion's figurehead when he rode at the head of the column. Thank you.